Good evening and welcome to the Apollo Project's New Zealand Short Course Championships 2022. Scott Rice presenting and commentating over the week this week live from the National Aquatic Centre here in Auckland. Had a wonderful start to the championships this morning with session number 1. 2 New Zealand para records falling and 2 New Zealand age group records. Of course, this meet, qualifying meet for the World Short Course Championships in Melbourne at the end of the year, and swimmers looking to do their absolute best to try and get a qualification time for that World Short Course later. Lewis Clareburt, a star from the Commonwealth Games, sitting this one out, having a well-deserved break. And another couple of swimmers from the Com Games out with sickness and injury, but a good number of them in here and performing this week. Lovely to have them back. Joining me in commentary this evening is 2016 Rio Olympian Matt Hutchins. Matt, great to have you with us for the week.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me back. A little bit nicer to be here than when we were last here. There's actually a crowd, bit of atmosphere, so yeah, just happy to be in here and see some fast swimming.
Yeah, Matt, you really brought some great comments last time through these longer events, middle distance events. Looking forward to having you with us. Looking at the session tonight, this is session number 2 of 10 through to Saturday. And tonight we start with the 4x100 metre freestyle mixed relay for Paramulti class. First time we've ever had that event at a championships, first time ever in New Zealand, quite a milestone.
Yeah, and I think anytime you get to experience something for the first time ever, it's always exciting and great to see more athletes getting more opportunities up here on the bigger stage. So
I'm sure Cameron Leslie at home is a very proud man. He's been telling me all about it, and we look forward to welcoming all those swimmers onto pool deck. We'll kick off after that with the 100 metre backstroke, both able body and the Paramulti class. And looking at that A final, Matt, Cooper Morley, that 51 seconds this morning to get that New Zealand 18-year-old age group record. He's in lane 4.
Yeah, fantastic swim, and you know, to be 18 out there leading off all the big guys, hopefully that competition can push everyone through a little bit faster tonight, and maybe we'll see a bit of a challenge for the National Open record. But maybe I might be calling it too early, but hopefully.
It's going to be a goodie. And Emma Godwin in the women's event, she's in lane 4, ducked under the minute this morning. She's looking strong.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like we're starting off the night with some really, firing top seeds in these races. So exciting, and hopefully they can get the pool warmed up for some great racing throughout the night.
We move then to the 100 metres individual medley, sort of splash and dash for medley, I guess you'd call it, both the able body and the multi-class. Cameron Gray, fresh off his bronze medal 50 metres butterfly at the Commonwealth Games. He's looking good, he's looking tan, he's ready to go, he's in lane 4. What do you think?
Well, at this point, when you're 18 and your teenage years, 19, it's hard to back that momentum. Easy to back that momentum, but there's a couple of him and Woolrick from Coast, so it should be a great tight race in there for that first one.
And in the women's, it's Danielle Asiata and Milan Glintmeyer. A slightly younger final there, lane 4, but some real good talent coming through.
Absolutely, and I think that's probably one of the better things about this meet. Once they do the open finals at night, a lot of these younger swimmers get up there and get to really challenge the older people and see what they can do.
200 metre backstroke for both men and women will follow, and then we've got the longer events, the 800 metre freestyle for men, the fourth time final, the fastest 10 gentlemen in that one, and Joseph Stewart coming back in to challenge Louis Clark. This is going to be an interesting one.
Well, yeah, I mean, it'll be nice. It's always good when those distance events, it's not just one person out by themselves, a little bit of competition, for the fans and also for the swimmers to kind of keep themselves engaged and pushing for the whole, they can be pretty rough races at times, so nice to have someone next year.
Absolutely, and to finish off the night, before the relays, I should say, the 1500 metre freestyle, Caitlin Dean's in action for the first time. She was class act all the way through this year, hasn't she been?
Absolutely, and again, holding momentum from a great year of swimming, and a long season to get to this point. So just excited to see what she can put out tonight.
And we'll finish with some fun relays. That is session number 2, the first final session here at the Apollo Projects New Zealand Short Course Swimming Championships.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Introducing your referees for this evening's finals. For the men's events, Ron Clark. For the women's events, Jackie Forsyth. Your starters for this evening's events, for the men's, Ross Gillespie. For the women's events, Matt White. And your technical director for these championships, Carlene Gillespie. Thank you, officials. Please be seated. We'll be back after this break for our national anthem, the athlete oath, and to officially open these championships. Apollo Projects New Zealand Short Course Swimming Championships. I'd like to now ask everyone that can to stand for the national anthem of Aotearoa, and singing the national anthem for us this evening, Grace Ekinaseo.
E hoa atua o ngā iwi mātaura a ta whakaro ngona me aroha noa kia hua ko te pai kia toto a ta whai mana ki tia mai ao te aroa, God of nations, at thy feet in the bonds of love we meet. Hear our voices, we entreat. God, defend our free land. God, Pacific's triple star, from the shafts of strife and war, make her praises heard afar. God, defend New Zealand.
Thank you very much, Grace. We now ask Caitlin Deans to come forward to speak the athlete oath.
I declare that we will take part in the 2022 New Zealand Short Course Swimming Championships in the spirit of true sportsmanship, recognising the rules which govern them and wishing to participate in them for the honour of our team, country and the glory of our sport.
So what a wonderful start to the first final session here at the Apollo Project's New Zealand Short Course Swimming Championships. The first event of tonight's program is 201. It is, as we said, the 4x100 metre freestyle mixed relay for Paramulti class. Now, this is a real pathway through to the Paralympic Games. Previously, didn't have enough for a para team, and can only recently was able to make a relay team, and this is it's come a long way, and an example of able bodies at the Olympics. I mean, we've had so many swimmers that have managed to get on teams through the birth of a relay mat, and now this opportunity for para swimmers quite cool, isn't it?
Is it on now? There we go, my mic's working now. Yeah, obviously relays are probably the most exciting part of swimming at times, and you know, the addition in the last couple of years with mixed relays has, you know, added a whole nother level of that, and the strategy and the techniques with teams. So yeah, as I said, don't really know what to expect when it's the first time ever, but I'm sure it'll be exciting.
I think, look, we know how excited these para swimmers can get, and I think coming together into a relay team, we're going to see some big smiles as they come out and be introduced, and we're not too far away from that now. Just checking on our time and on our schedule, I think we might be ready to go. So let's introduce to you, starting with lane 5, it is the Virtus Team B. Out they come, the first event of this evening. This is Virtus Team B, and it is made up of Tate Pichon, Bailey Conlon, Lance Dusto, and Asher Smith Franklin. There they all are there, ranging in age from 16 years through to 25 years. And lane 3, Virtus Team A, Finn Russ, David Beck, Denver Xavier, and Jack Bugler. And in lane 4, it is the S110 34 point relay A. And it is Shannon Murphy, Erin Knox, Amber Proudfoot, and Lily Fox Mason. The 4x100 freestyle mixed para relay. And away we go here, Matt. It's Finn Russ here in lane 3 in the yellow cap. He's gone out flat out here, wanting to get his team a really good start to this 4x100.
Yeah, looking strong through the first 25 of the 100. Really easy to get caught up in excitements and relays. So you often see a lot of first 50s, you know, first half of races be a lot faster. So he's looking good though.
We've only 4 lengths to the pole. Not you don't want to sort of hold back too much, do you? But Already a strong lead here. Shannon Murphy in lane 4 and Tate Pichon, the 25-year-old, in lane 5. And they won't be used to this sort of in a team environment here. It'll be quite different for them. Also some changeovers to watch out for too, Matt.
Yeah, obviously the main skill of the relay, making sure those changeovers are as fast as possible, but also safe, making sure your feet, even a toenail, is on the blocks when that hand touches the wall.
And away goes David Beck, the 26-year-old from Mount Eden. We've heard from David Beck. He's always got a good few things to say after the races, and if they win today, maybe we might get a word from him early in this championships. But David Beck, beautiful straight arm freestyle here. Really nice technician of the freestyle.
Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, a very strong stroke, good kick, nice arms, getting a lot of pull each time and hitting those turns right on.
And this is Bailey Conlon, 16-year-old, in lane 5. As Shannon Murphy comes to the end of her first 100. And on the blocks, ready to go, Erin Knox, the 14-year-old from Swim Zone Racing. She hits the water.
And of course, as you were saying before, kind of the story of the night seems to be a lot of really good youthful talent in the pool tonight. And, you know, we're seeing that again here with these para-athletes, you know, ranging from, 14 all the way up to 25-year-olds. So.
I mean, quite inspirational, the medals that were achieved at the Commonwealth Games in the Paramulti class. From quite young athletes as well. Josh Wilmer in that breaststroke event did such a good job. And now we've got Denver Xavier here in lane 3 for the Virtus Team A.
And I think if you look back at, you know, the para-athletes there at the Commonwealth Games, it does the same, you know, seeing people out there performing well does, you know, great things for the athletes here today, gives that avenue, gives someone to look up to, and hopefully a lot of these athletes in the pool right now can be there in a year, 2 years' time.
Well, I definitely think the depth is, it's come a long way since I started commentating here. Certainly more para swimmers in the races. And that's fantastic to see. Jack Bugler is lining up in lane 3. We have Asher Smith-Franklin lining up for the Virtus Team B. In comes Lance Dusto in 5. In the pool at the moment, this is Erin Knox, I believe, still might just be Amber Proudfoot.
And it looks like lane 3 has enough of a lead going into this 50, but, you know, anything can happen over 50 metres of swimming. Like I said before, excitement of relays can catch up with anyone.
And, of course, we want to watch those turns. You don't want a disqualification. I think they have been pretty good. This is Jack Bugler, ladies and gentlemen. It looks to be a win for the first ever 4x100 freestyle mixed para relay here. And a good comeback by Asher Smith-Franklin, the New Zealand record this morning across the 100 metres individual medley. He's in great form. And put your hands together for Jack Bugler, ladies and gentlemen, and Team Virtus Team A in lane 3. And Virtus Team B will finish second. We have final swimmer here, Lily Fox-Mason, on the blocks to swim the final leg for the point relay A. And we'll get a word from these characters afterwards. This is Lily Fox-Mason, lane 4. Turns for home, 50 metres to swim. The all-girls team.
Still plenty of cheering going on in the crowd, which is great to hear.
And we'll head down and get a word with the Virtus Team A. And well done, that concludes the first 4x100 para relay. And we'll get a word with our winners. A chat with our very first winners of the 4x100 metre freestyle para relay. Finn, how do you feel? That must be pretty special.
I feel very surprised to get this record, and I'm just real happy. And I just can't believe that everyone is, all my family members are watching at home, are like very proud of me, and I bet my team is like real proud of me as well, and including everyone else.
Well done, Finn. Let's have a word with David Beck. Come on over, David. You've had so many wins in individual events, but the first win in a relay here, is that something quite special for you?
Yeah, felt a lot special than ever. And in family, they'd be happy that I've just entered in this relay unexpectedly.
Were you making sure that your changeovers, did your coaches talk about your changeovers and made sure that it was really important you didn't go too early?
Yeah, they did mention that. Like just like stand in a position, dive in when they touch the wall.
Good on you. We've got Denver there and Jack. Denver, how was that? You did a good swim.
It was pretty good, and I really enjoyed it. Looks like I had lots of fun, and I was like to do it with other swimmers.
And what other swims have you got tonight? Have you got another swim tonight, or maybe tomorrow? What are you swimming tomorrow tonight?
Yeah, I'm swimming tomorrow and today for the 100 back.
100 metre backstroke. Wish you well. And Jack, quick word from you. What are you swimming tonight or tomorrow?
I've got the 100 metres backstroke and 100 IM today.
That's a busy schedule. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the first winners of the Para 4x100 metre freestyle relay. Some characters there. Look forward to seeing them in action again soon. We move now to event number 1, and it is the men's 100 metre backstroke. Please welcome to pool deck the C finalists.
Take your marks.
The C final of the men's 100 metres backstroke. In lane 0 from North Shore, Liam Vogel. 1 from North Canterbury, Caleb Ruafare. 2 from Alexandra, Liam Rees. 3 from TBSS, Beard Aitu. 4 from Phoenix, Brandon Holder. 5 from Hamilton, Ethan McDonald. 6 from Vikings, Callum Lockhart. 7 from Otaki Titans, Kokoro Frost. 8 from TBSS, Harrison Clowens. 9 from Vikings, Harrison James.
And Kokoro Frost looking like he's off to a strong start out there in the outside lane. Love to see someone pushing it from the outside, not letting the lanes dictate how they're going, but we'll see how he holds on this last turn into these underwaters.
Lovely to speak to Kokoro at the New Zealand age groups, and let's see how he goes. Lane 8 coming through now. Lane 8, this is Harrison Clowens coming through strongly. I think he's going to win this from 8. He goes into the wall. He gets it 58.02. What a win from lane 8. 1.3 seconds under his heat time there, Matt. He obviously did something pretty special on that final turn.
Yeah, absolutely. Great underwaters came up. That breakout looked fantastic and just carried that momentum right into the wall. And great to see some fast swimming happening at night. It's only setting the stage for some great swimming as we go forward.
And let's have a look at their result. 58.02, 58.36, just 0.5 of a second separating them. A good start to the finals here this evening. Beside the block, behind the block, is the B final of the men's 100 metre backstroke.
Take your mark.
This is the B final of the men's 100 back in lane 0, Daniel Williams, 1, James Crosby, 2, Jacob Lawrence, 3, Max Gardner, 4, Connor Barr, 5, Jasper Cornish, 6, Gustav Camper, 7, Connor McCulloch, 8, Blake Faliafa, and 9, Samuel Potching.
And heading into the 50, pretty tight for those top three, but it's looking like lane 6, Gustav out in a 26.9, so faster than the previous heat. But as we saw, anything can happen over this last 35 metres, but those underwaters are looking pretty spot on heading into this last turn.
Yeah, Gustav Camper came out beautifully off the 50-metre turn. Let's see what he can do on the final. Great underwater work by the North Shore swimmer, and away he goes down the final lap. 12.5 metres to go. Gustav Camper, can he hold on? Fast finishing Connor Barr in lane 4, as is Jasper Cornish. Camper will get there, 56.79. 0.1 of a second back to Cornish, and then third to Barr. They don't get much closer than that. And just look at that on the replay for those at home. It came down to the lunge into the wall, the all-important last couple of metres, and we saw that at the Com Games with Lewis Cleveland in that 200 fly. Boy, oh boy, that final 5 metres. Would now like to introduce you to our A finalists of the men's 100 metre backstroke. In lane 9 from Mirihiku Swim Club, Joseph Koniari. Lane 0 from Howick Pakuranga, Adrian Chong. Lane 8 from United Swimming Club, Jack Wilson. Lane 1 from Tasman Swim Club, William Seymour. 7 from Kiwi2 Swim Club, Satori Dobby. Lane 2 from Parnell Swimming, Ryan Peck. Lane 6 from Capital, Joel Crampton. Lane 3 from North Shore, Kane Follows. Lane 5 from Pukekohe, Zach Dell. Lane 4 from North Shore, Cooper Morley.
Take your mark.
A powerhouse in the middle of the lanes here. Cooper Morley, the fastest of the qualifiers in that 51, and he gets away to a great start in the white cap, but look at that, a quick turn there by Zach Dell. Out he comes, Zach Dell out in front just.
And Cooper was out very fast this morning, but Zach looks like he's going to take it out to him. But looking in that turn, it's Zach by about half a second. And yeah, those underwater, as we saw in that last race, this last 25.
Neck and neck as they go. Zach Dell looking like he really wants this one. He goes to the third turn first. Zach Dell firing in this last 25, but a great underwater from Cooper Morley. He's not going to let it go. Cooper Morley, Zach Dell is going to come down to the final meters. Zach Dell takes it by 6/100ths of a second over Cooper Morley. Kane follows, takes the bronze in 52.69, and Cooper Morley just off that New Zealand age group record from this morning, but a heroic win there for Zach Dell. So we'll catch a word with Zach Dell, the national short course champion now. But he meant business from the beginning, that early turn into the first, through the first 25. Here was Zach Dell, the winner of the 100 backstroke, still just gasping for breath in that final. Man, that was furious.
Yeah, it was a good race, really close. Not very, sorry.
Catch his breath while he does that. We're having a bit of a chuckle, Matt and I, about the moustaches here. Obviously the world record holders having moustaches. Is this a lucky charm, these moustaches, or what?
Yeah, extra speed. Yeah.
Now, I noticed you went pretty early into that first turn. Was that sort of one of the tactics, sort of hit that wall real quick, get off that first turn?
Yeah, it was always the plan, just to go out hard, try to take the 50 out and then just hold on.
Obviously some disappointment earlier this year, just with that narrowly missing out on those qualifying marks, but to come back, you must be happy with that first hit out day one.
Yeah, not too bad, just over the Finalist time, which was disappointing, but got my opportunities this week.
Did you sense how close that was right till the end? Could you feel Cooper right there?
Yeah, I knew it was there. Yeah.
And the final 10 metres, what were you concentrating on to try and snap that win?
Just keeping my head back and spinning my arms.
Give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Zach Dell, 100 metre backstroke, national champion. Moving now to event number 101, the 100 backstroke for men Paramulti class. Introducing the swimmers now in lane 7 from Nelson South, Finn Russ. In lane 1 from Mount Eden, Tate Pichon. Lane 6 from Parnell Swimming, James Hayden. Lane 2 from Mount Eden, Denver Xavier. In lane 5 from Greendale, Lance Dusto. Lane 3 from Blenheim, Jack Bugler. And lane 4 from Mount Eden, David Beck.
Take your mark.
Away we go, the 100-metre backstroke Paramulti class final here. Great underwater work by Jack Bugler there, almost going 12 metres on the first, on the start. But it is David Beck that snaps back the lead into the second 25. So making good start here, David Beck, and over on lane 5, that is Lance Dusto. All of these swimmers just been in the relay, Matt.
We're looking nice and strong out there. Coming into this last turn, look for a big push on the underwaters here out front and a big power home.
David Beck looks like we'll be having another word with him after this win, and now the battle is on for the silver and bronze. Lance Dusto, Jack Bugler either side, both in blue caps. But it is David Beck to win, 1:07.29, and that's quite a bit faster than he went this morning in the heats. He'll be happy. The arms go up for David Beck, and the high fives to the swimmers alongside him. And we'll catch a word with David Beck. And one of many wins, I'm sure, for David Beck this week. He's in great form, a second faster than he did this morning. Pretty puffed, I'm sure, after 2 races in short succession. Congratulations, David. Moving now into event 2, the women's 100-metre backstroke, and on the pool deck ready to go is the C final.
Take your marks.
In lane 0 from TBSS, Isabella Houghton, 1 from Swim to Manu, Annabelle Scott, 2 from Pirates, Sophie Buchanan, 3 from Aquagym, Lucy Ellis, 4 from Neptune, Paris Cutler, 5 from United, Isabella Campion, 6 from North Canterbury, Emma Schroeder, 7 from Hedatonga Sun Devils, Charlotte Cole, Anna Lapur, and 8 from TBSS, and Mia Laban from Howick Pakaranga. This is the C final of the women's 100 backstroke.
And the early lead for lane 6, Emma Schroeder taking it out strong, looking good, about a body length, 3/4 of a body length on the field, heading into this last turn. But the field is closing in by the looks of it.
Yeah, she comes out of that last turn. She's got it. This is Emma Schroeder. Can she hold on from fast finishing Isabella Campion in the black cap alongside her? Isabella Campion, I think she's going to come through to win this. But Emma Schroeder, I think, has done enough to get second. She has. And under 105, that's a great swim for Emma. Always, I mean, let's look at that, Matt. There's 4 of them, 3 of them go under 105. That's a bit of a milestone in the women's 100 backstroke.
Absolutely, and it's one of those things, once you get in a pool with a bunch of people going the same speed, it's very easy to get caught up in that momentum, and good to see the girls pulling each other through.
And lane 2 there, lane 1 or 2, I think it was Annabelle Scott, also came through pretty strongly from, I think it was lane 2, maybe Sophie Buchanan. Yeah, it was indeed. We move now to the B final. They're just behind the blocks for the women's 100 backstroke.
Take your marks.
Lane 0, Ava Sands. 1, Breeze van Veldhuizen. 2, Sasha Reed. 3, Pippa Mihaka. 4, Emma North. 5, Josiane Hill. 6, Amber George. 7, Ray Kwan. 8, Georgina Bell. 9, Alicia Wong.
And lane 2, Sasha Reed having some really powerful underwater kicks if you watch her on the turn here, really whipping those feet back, and it's really paying off for her. She's coming out well ahead of the field on these turns.
Still pretty close across the field, Matt, looking across the blanket from lanes 2 through 6. It's going to come down to this final turn and who wants it the most in the final 25. Really gritting the teeth, starting to put that pain aside. Coming down the final lap, lane 5, Josiane Hill. Josiane Hill might have it just at the moment, I think. And a good finish there by Josiane Hill. A good dive for the wall. 1:03.35, just underneath her entry time from this morning. And waiting on the results from that B final to come through. A few PBs in there, I'm sure. And moving now to introduce the A finalist for the women's 100 backstroke. In lane 9 from Neptune, Nicole Lockie. Lane 0 from Ngātai Tuatea Ataraika, Sophie Irving. 8 from TBSS, Anna McGowan. 1 from Howick Pakaranga, Danielle Asiata. 7 from Mount Maunganui, Kasha Stokes. 2 from Phoenix Aquatics, Hazel Auerhand. 6 from Icebreaker, Milan Glintmeyer. 3 from North Shore, Savannah Eve Martin. 5 from Hamilton Aquatics, Gina McCarthy. 4 from Hedatonga Sun Devils, Emma Godwin.
Take your marks.
The women's 100-metre backstroke A final. Who's going to come out first? Emma Godwin, a nice start for her in the blue cap, lane 4. Godwin took them out in the heats this morning, but let's look at that lane 6 there. That is Milan Glintmeyer, the 14-year-old, is gone out strong as well. She's sitting in second, or maybe it is lane 2 here. This is Hazel Auerhand.
And obviously Emma, the only swimmer under a minute this morning, so these other girls have had some time to check her out and watch kind of her race strategy and, you know, change theirs or push her out a little bit harder tonight. And it's looking good for lane 2.
Commonwealth Games representative Hazel Auerhand in lane 2, putting pressure on Emma Godwin in lane 4. What have both of these swimmers got in the final 25? Stroke for stroke, it's still Milan Glintmeyer, the 14-year-old, for the bronze. Can Godwin get there? I think she's done enough. Hazel Auerhand wins it from lane 2. 59.32, great swim from her. It was that final 50. Great work off the wall in the final 25. And Emma Godwin in second, Hazel Auerhand in third. And let's just look at that time for Hazel Auerhand, for Milan Glintmeyer, because she was not far behind, and it'll be good to see what that New Zealand age group record is. And we'll catch a word with Hazel Auerhand. Congratulations, Hazel. What a win. That was a close one, 59-3. You're pleased with that performance, but a win all the same, eh?
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. I didn't swim very well this morning, so it's nice to be able to go into the minute. I did want to do a 58, but I'm still quite happy with that.
Now, that performance tonight, what did you do differently tonight than you did this morning? What were the things you wanted to concentrate on?
Honestly, preparation is key. I just went home, rolled out, have a massage gun, stretch out, good nap, relax, wake up, listen to the tunes and come back refreshed.
Well done. Now, your Commonwealth Games experience, was that pretty cool? I heard the team atmosphere was pretty magic.
Yeah, it was phenomenal, an absolutely amazing experience. We had a wonderful team over there, and now the most successful New Zealand swimming team in international history, well, New Zealand history. So it was a fantastic team and an amazing experience.
So where to, did you come back refreshed, revived, not refreshed, I guess, inspired and charged up and ready to go? What's next for you? What's looking in the next 12 months?
There's going to be a few changes in the next 12 months. Definitely being over there and watching a lot of the athletes and reflecting on what I do myself. There needs to be some changes moving forward to my program and what have you. But yeah, changes there and then focusing on the upcoming international meets.
Well, a great start to the week should put you confidently for the rest of it as well. So congratulations, Hazel.
Thank you.
We now welcome event 102, the women's 100 backstroke Paramulti class. In lane 7 from Aqua Gym, Charlotte Murphy. Lane 2 from Aqua Gym, Amber Proudfoot. Lane 6 from Te Arawa Swimming, Siobhan Terry. Lane 3 from Swim Zone Racing, Erin Knox. 5 from Selwyn, Ella Ben. In lane 4 from Wharanui Swimming Club, Gabby Smith.
Take your marks.
Away we go, the 100 backstroke for women Paramulti class, and in lane 4, the 16-year-old from Wharanui, Gabby Smith. Now, she broke 2 age group records at New Zealand secondary school champs last month, so in great form. Ella Ben, the 18-year-old, alongside her in the red cap. Sorry, in the orange cap, I should say. But all of these swimmers, Matt, in a few different disability classes here, all with physical disabilities, ranging from S6 to S10.
Yeah, and I know I know commentators aren't meant to have any form of bias, but as a Whanganui man myself, Gabby looking really good out there through 50 metres coming into this third turn. Looking to see a strong underwater off this and powering into the last 25. And it's looking like Gabby's leading the way.
So first to the wall here is Gabby Smith, and of course the results are calculated on the swimmer's performance based off the world record in their class to make it fair for everyone. So not always the first one to touch the wall wins, but sometimes if they've got enough a lead, it generally is the case. But let's look at those times, Matt. It was a 1:13.11. And I'll watch from my phone. Cam Leslie often likes to text me when we've broken these records, but a 1:13.11 is faster than the time in the program. And in comes Amber Proudfoot. Well done to her. And out there in lane 7, Charlotte Murphy about to touch the wall. Well done, ladies. And we'll wait for that result on the screen for our winner. Here with Gabby Smith, the winner here of the women's 100 back Paramulti class. Congratulations, big smile on your face, good start.
It was actually quite a good start to the meet, especially as 100 back's one of my favourite races, so it was a good way to start the meet.
And other events, how many events you got this week?
I have 9 events this week and then the 4x100 medley relay at the end.
Wow, you do keep busy. That's amazing. And you did 2 age group records at the New Zealand Secondary School, is that right? What events were they in?
I think that was in the 400 freestyle and the 200 freestyle.
That's good. Great to see you're in great form, and this will just give you great confidence for the week, I'm sure.
Yes, definitely does, especially for the week coming.
And what sort of meets, any international meets coming up for you in the next 6 to 12 months?
I think in December we have Queensland State Champs in Aussie, so looking forward to that one.
Well, well done. Congratulations on that one. Now introduce the C finalists for our next event, 100 metres individual medley.
Take your marks.
Lane 0 from Vikings, Callum Lockhart. 1, Jacob Lawrence. 2, Mitchell Herberley. 3, Kokoro Frost. 4, Connor McCulloch. 5, Alex Willis. 6, Henry Williams. 7, Caleb Ludlow. 8, Nathan Walker. 9, Lucas Holmes. This is the C final of the 100 metres individual medley. 4 lengths of the pool, 1 length of each stroke. A little bit of a slow one there in lane 7 there by Caleb Ludlow.
And a lot of swimmers straight back in the pool after that 100 backstroke. Kokoro Frost looking good, backing up. Maybe he's a little bit warmed up now after the 100 backstroke, but as they come into this freestyle turn, really looking to pick up those legs and power home.
It is about the turns and the underwater work in this 100 IM. You've got to be doing that absolutely beautifully to win this event. And through comes Alex Willis of Icebreaker. to win this C final, 59.45. And let's have a look how he, 59.78 he did this morning, so about a 0.3 improvement. It's always good to see a faster swim in the evening. This is the B final of the 100 metre IM for men behind the block.
Take your mark.
Lane 0, Sam Kenny. 1, Connor Barr. 2, Tom Drever. 3, Jasper Cornish. 4, Kevin Zhang. 5, Joseph Codiati. 6, Blake Elliott. 7, Hugo Rothwell. 8, Michael Hahn. 9, Howard Liu. Now Kevin Zhang in lane 4, a New Zealand 15-year-old age group record this morning. He's sitting there at 57.51.
But it looks like Blake Elliott taking it out to the field here, looking to power through this breaststroke. Really tough to really pace any stroke in the 100 IM. You're really just trying to sprint every single one, which makes it all the more difficult.
It does, very much a skills-based event. And Blake Elliott still holding on to the #1 position, but he's getting challenged in lane 3 here by Jasper Cornish. Jasper Cornish been swimming very well. And Kevin Zhang coming back as well. And it was Kevin Zhang that gets there, 57.34, a fantastic second 50 in that breaststroke freestyle combo that took him through for the win. And that will be a new New Zealand age group record again for Kevin Zhang. So 57.3 taken, shaved another 0.2 of a second off that one. We move now to introducing the A finalists for the men's 100 metres individual medley. In lane 9 from Parnell Swimming, Ryan Peck. Lane 0 from Coast Swimming Club, George Williams. Lane 8 from Wharanui, Tyler Tapper. Lane 1 from North Shore, McAllister Clark. 7 from Neptune, Luan Grobela. 2 from Capital, Sam Brown. Lane 6 from Pukekohe, Carter Swift. 3 from Pukekohe, Zach Dell. 5 from Coast, Wilrick Kutsia. 4 from North Shore, Cameron Gray.
Take your mark.
This one's going to be a close one, ladies and gentlemen. Cameron Gray, the Commonwealth bronze medalist for 50 fly, heads out fast over the first 25. Hits the wall first, but not far behind. Lane 6, Carter Swift, the sprinting specialist.
Yeah, Cameron Gray looking so strong and so powerful through this first 50 metres and opening up a really good lead into this turn. Look for him to power on this breaststroke and maybe even lane 5 to try and close that gap a little bit.
0.6 of a second in front at the halfway mark, going into his not-so-specialist breaststroke leg. And now Wilrick Coetzee coming through very, very quickly in lane 5. They touch together. Who's going to take it from here? Cameron Gray, he's a good freestyler. He goes under 50 for the 100 free. He's going to get it. Wilrick Coetzee, I think, might take the silver. Carter Swift, the bronze. 53.69. Great swim there, and a back end by Cameron Gray. Got caught in the breaststroke, but blew them away in the freestyle. But a nice solid swim there by Wilrick Coetzee as well. Carter Swift coming in to snatch the bronze. Here with Cameron Gray, the winner of the 100 metres individual medley. Congratulations, another tight race. They're exciting tonight, Cam. But how do you feel out of the first one out of the gate tonight?
Oh yeah, a little bit wind today. The breaststroke's a bit of a struggle, but I mean, it was always going to be like that. So,
is the plan always to get as much of an advantage over that first 50? It certainly looked like it.
Oh yeah, you know, there's so many strong breaststrokers in the field, and just don't really have the facilities to do a really good 25 breast. So. Just got to get out in front.
Congratulations on your 50 fly at the Commonwealth Games. You must be still sort of buzzing off that one. You know, was that just one of your career highlights, I guess?
I mean, yeah, definitely. It was a really good swim with a real good team behind me, and I'm just super stoked with how the meet went.
Just talking to Matt Hutchins over there, you seem to be just growing bigger and bigger every time we see you. You finished growing yet or what?
Who knows? I don't know. Hopefully not. So, yeah.
Well, good on you. Good start to the meet, Cam. All the best for the rest of it. Please welcome our finalists in the 100 metres individual medley for men, Paramulti class, starting with lane 7, Parnell Swimming's James Hayden. Lane 2 from Te Arawa, Bailey Conlon. Lane 6 from Blenheim, Jack Bugler. Lane 3 from Selwyn, Ian Edwards. 5 from North Shore, Asher Smith Franklin. And lane 4 from Selwyn, Kaylin Edwards.
Take your mark.
The 100 metres individual medley for men Paramulti class. And 103, this one, S14 New Zealand record could go by Asher here tonight. He broke it the other week. And 110.41 it's held by. Well, maybe that's an old sheet we've got there, Matt, but SM14 a 105.79. I'm sure Cam will be watching. And he's looking very, very strong indeed, the 16-year-old from North Shore Swim Club.
Very good, great motion there on the breaststroke, really keeping the hips up nice and high, keeping that, you know, the momentum rolling through the whole stroke into this turn.
Lovely to see the Edwards brothers still going strong from Selwyn there in the orange caps, almost neck and neck with 25 to go. And here comes Asher Smith-Franklin storming down the final 25. Let's see what he can go. At 104.51. Now, we'll ask him. Oh, there it is. It's a 105.79. A new New Zealand record from Asher Smith-Franklin. He did it this morning. So he's done it again. Well done, Asher Smith-Franklin. We'll wait for that official result. But it's great work from the 16-year-old.
We have a disqualification, event 3, the A final, lane 6.
Asher, well done, congratulations. Now, Cam was telling me to watch out for you for a New Zealand record, and, well, you did one again, and a good one. You must be happy with that one?
Yeah, I was expecting a pretty good PB, so, yeah, went well.
What's the strongest stroke in your 100-metre individual medley? What's your favourite?
The butterfly and the breaststroke.
That's actually really good because you're going to get a good start and then you can get a boost in the middle. In terms of that time, were you expecting a 104 low?
Yeah, I was expecting something like that. I was hoping for a 4-second.
Now, what other things have you got to look forward to this year? You've got the games in Brisbane at the end of the year. Is that something you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I'm very looking for it. It's probably my first international games I'll probably be going to, so it'll be great fun.
And how's it working at North Shore, like training at North Shore? You enjoying that?
Oh, it's a really good club. So much support with the coaches and everyone. So, yeah. Good.
Well, they love having you. Round of applause for Asher Smith-Franklin, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 100 metres individual medley, Paramulti class. Please welcome to pool deck the C finalists of the women's 100 metres individual medley.
Take your mark.
In lane 0, Shaylee Brewer. 1, Taylor Miles. 2, Sophie Perry. 3, Pippa Mihaka. 4, Zoe Pedersen. 5, Eddie Ansell. 6, Charlotte Parmenter. 7, Milana Tapper. 8, Ella Drummond. 9, Laura Thompson.
And it's looking like Taylor out here in lane 1 with the early lead. A lot of outside smokes tonight. Great to see athletes getting up from these outside lanes, really getting a chance at a second swim.
A strong butterflyer, Taylor Miles, and she's made good use of that to get in front. And now the middle lane is just starting to come through in the breaststroke. This is Eddie Ansell in lane 5 from Pookie. But still Taylor Miles is sitting in first or second here. And lane 0 also doing well. She is right there. This is Shaylee Brewer. And it is Eddie Ansell wins it, Miles second, Brewer third. And as you say, Matt, some smokers on the outside lanes early.
Absolutely, like they say, if you've got a lane, you've got a chance. So great to see people getting up, taking the opportunities at second swims with these B&C finals and, you know, making the most of it.
Well, at the end of the day, it's all water in a lane. It doesn't matter where you are. And there's been some major exciting upsets in the past at some big international meets, hasn't there? And they're always very exciting. We move now to the B final of the women's 100 metres individual medley.
Take your marks.
Lane 0, Kate Hurley. 1, Florence Nelson. 2, Kirsten Fisher-Masters. 3, Bridie Quayle. 4, Chloe Peters. 5, Maya Adams. 6, Kaylee Jackson. 7, Sienna McEwen. 8, Isabella Campion. 9, Samantha Wilson.
And could be a really interesting race here. 5 of the girls all within 0.3 of a second this morning, so we could see a really tight finish. But it's looking like lane 4 taking the early lead with a great turn right there from Chloe.
A whole number of different turns at the backstroke end. I mean, it's a personal preference, isn't it? Really, the back tumble, the fastest of the lot.
Yeah, and I think it's a personal preference because a lot more can go wrong the more you try to do. So once you've really got it nailed, you'll see a lot more people lead to that. But, you know, again, the best way is the easiest way.
The breaststroke, often the decider in the 100 metres individual medley, and no different tonight. Lane 4, Chloe Peters from Hamilton. Can she hold on in lane 4? Her compatriot, this is Kirsten Fisher-Masters, will take third. It is Maya Adams will take second in this B final, 100 metres individual medley for women. Good solid final lap, head down. And just gunning for that wall, trying to maintain and control that fatigue in that last lap. And Chloe Peters, 105.95, which is a good time from her 106 this morning. We move now to introduce the A finalists of the women's 100 metres individual medley. In lane 9 from Aquablades, Lucy North. Lane 0 from Wharanui Swim Club, Riley McBride. 8 from Neptune, Ismay Patterson. 1 from Pukekohe, Mackenzie Breers. 7 from Jazzy, Maddie Horton. 2 from St Peters, Sarah Wilson. 6 from United, Eva Allen. 3 from Icebreaker, Milan Glintmeyer. 5 from United, Alexandra Campion. And lane 4 from Howick Pakaranga, Daniela Asiata.
Take your marks.
Pretty even across the field in the butterfly so far. And maybe lane 6 just starting to come ahead, Eva Allen.
And just like the previous race, another really close race coming in the entries. The middle 3 only separated by 0.2 this morning. All the young girls, 14, 15 and 16. So some fantastic young swimmers out there going for it tonight.
Milan Glintmeyer again, a class act, the 14-year-old. She heads into the breaststroke first. Going well out there in lane 8 is Esme Patterson of Neptune. But starting to come through now is Danielle Asiata.
A really strong breaststroke league here, really powering into the recovery of that stroke, looking really relaxed.
No breath off the turn for Danielle Asiata. Puts the head down in the final 10 metres. She's going to win it. Alexandra Campion, a bit of a repeat from the dais this morning in the age groups. And it is Eva Allen that takes the bronze, 1:03.60, a good 1.1 seconds faster than the times that won the age groups this morning. And we'll catch a word with Danielle to hear how it went for her and her reaction. Here with Danielle Asiata, congratulations on your win. It was never really in doubt, Danielle, that breaststroke you come sailing through, but your reaction?
Oh, I'm super happy with that. Yeah.
You've got a good bunch of girls in there. It was very, very close on paper. Were you nervous going in?
Yeah, I was nervous, but I think the nerves kind of helped. So.
That's good. You had the age group win this morning. You've already been on the dais. You're on the dais again with some of the same girls, I think.
Yeah, no, it was such a good race, especially with all the girls. Yeah.
Some relays tonight for you?
Yeah, the 4x1 with the girls.
Well, enjoy. Danielle Asiata, winner of the 100 metres individual medley. Please welcome our finalists in the 100 metres individual medley for women Paramulti class, and we'll introduce them lane by lane, starting with lane 5 from Whanganui, Lily Fox-Mason. Lane 3 from Matamata Swim Club, Riley Sayer. And lane 4 from Selwyn Swim Club, Ella Ben.
Take your marks.
So just the 3 swimmers in this event today. Nice start here by Lily Fox-Mason, 17-year-old from Whanganui, your club, Matt.
Yeah, as I was saying before, I don't think commentators are allowed to have favourites in races, but, you know, as a Whanganui person, there's always part of my heart in the pool with those red caps. So, you know,
yeah, hey, I'll let you off. That's all good. Lily Fox-Mason coming through strongly in the backstroke leg. Let's look at the disability classes. S14, intellectual impairment for Riley Sayer in 3, and SM9, physical disability for Ella Ben, and SM10 for Lily Fox-Mason, SM10 to 12, of course. This being an IM, each of these swimmers having a different disability class across the 4 strokes.
Yeah, which, you know, certainly, obviously each stroke has different components to it, so it makes it, you know, and it just adds to the fun of IM, I guess, of how things all work out.
And I think makes it even more, it's already difficult to work out who's won. Well, this will test the guys in the back room and the lovely ladies. And here we go. This is Lily Fox-Mason coming into touch. Her time of 1:18.13, 1:16.95. Great swim there for Lily Fox. And Ella Ben will touch second, 1:23.30. She's gone underneath by a couple of seconds as well. And let's see what Riley Sayer does. 1:33. So all the swimmers going a couple of seconds under their best, which is awesome to see. and we'll get a word with our winner once the official result comes up. Swimming New Zealand team furiously just working through the calculations. It was Ella Ben that won it. Still catching your breath, Ella, congratulations. That was a great swim, 2 seconds under from what I could see your entry time. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's been a struggle to get back into racing, so just dusting off the cobwebs, so I'm really happy with that race.
What have you been working on in training for the last sort of 3 to 4 months? Anything in particular that you've sort of worked on?
I've been on a bit of a break actually, so I've just been working on just enjoying swimming and just having fun. So.
Well, it obviously seems to be working. Maybe not too much of a break, right? Coach won't be happy.
Yeah, I'm getting back in there,
Well, great job, Ella. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
We move now to the first of our medal ceremonies for this evening's session. We start with event number 1, the 100-metre backstroke for men. And just waiting on the green light from our Swimming New Zealand team.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Presenting medals tonight is Yvette Fox from Merthyr Pools. Lovely to have you with us, Yvette. And once I get the green light, we'll be underway with this 200-metre breaststroke for girls 14 years, a redo of the medal ceremony from this morning. Medal ceremonies sponsored by All Proof Industries. The Jackson family been supporting or took part in swimming for many, many years themselves, and now have a lot of joy supporting the future swimmers here in New Zealand. And now we start with 3rd place in the 200 breaststroke for girls 14 years in 2:44.64 from Waitakere Swim Club, Grace Jeromson. Silver medal is Bridie Quayle in 2:40.99. And the winner, first equal, or the winner for New Zealand, 2:40.26 from Napier Hawks, Kate Hurley. Well done, girls. They are our New Zealand winners. Of course, we had our visitor from Olympic Numia win the race this morning, Manon Baldovini. Moving now to event number 1. The 100 metre backstroke final for men. Third place, 52.69 from North Shore. Kane follows. Coming over at pace at the moment. Yep, Kane, we'll wait for you. He's running over. No, we're not. Silver medal, 51.67 from North Shore, Cooper Morley. And winning the gold medal and national champion, 51.61 from Pukekohe, Zach Dell. Moving now to event 101, the men's 100 metre backstroke, Paramulti class. Third place in 1:12.15 from Blenheim, Jack Bugler. Silver, 1:11.95 from Greendale, Lance Dusto. And winning in 1:07.29 and a new New Zealand record time, David Beck. Event 2, the 100 backstroke for women, the A final. Bronze medal in 1:92 from icebreaker Milan Glintmeyer. Silver, 59.58 from Hedatonga Sun Devils, Emma Godwin. And winning the gold medal in 59.32 from Phoenix, Hazel Auerhan. Moving now to event 102, the 100 backstroke women Paramulti class. Bronze medal, 1:16.67 from Swim Zone Racing, Erin Knox. Silver medal, 1:20.2 from Selwyn, Ella Ben. And winning in 1:13.11 from Wharanui, Gabby Smith. Event 103, the 100 metre individual medley for men, Paramulti class. Third place in 1:11.55 from Selwyn, Ian Edwards. Silver in 1:11.72, Kaylin Edwards from Selwyn. And winning in a new New Zealand record time of 1:04.51 from North Shore, Asher Smith Franklin. Event 4 up next, the 100 metre individual medley for women, a final ceremony. Bronze, 1:04.88 from United Swimming Club, Eva Allen. Silver medal in 104 or 53 from United, Alexandra Campion. And winning in 103.60 from Harak Pakaranga, Danielle Asiata. Moving now to event 104, the 100 metres IM for women Paramulti class. Bronze, 133.94 from Matamata Swim Club, Riley Sayer. Silver in 116.95 from Wharanui, Lily Fox Mason. And winning in 121.54 from Selwyn Alaben. That concludes our medal ceremony for the middle of the session. Thank you to Yvette Fox of Merthyr Pools for presenting those medals, and to All Proof Industries, our medal ceremony sponsor. We will be back to the racing very, very shortly after this short break.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Welcome back to the Apollo Projects New Zealand Short Course Swimming Championship. Scott Rice calling the races alongside 2016 Rio Olympian Matt Hutchins. Next up is event 5, the men's 200 metre breaststroke, and we start with the C final.
Take your mark.
Lane 0 from Jazzy, Hunter Butler. Lane 1 from Aquablades, Liam Thompson. 2 from St Paul's, Boston Tordoff. 3 from Ngātai Tuatea Ataraika, Thomas Waddington. 4 from Aquablades, Oliver Dill. 5 from Nelson South, Connor Eden. 6 from Hamilton Aquatics, Elijah Singleton. 7 from Aquagym, Nathan Walker. 8 from North Canterbury, Ethan Blair. 9 from St Peter's, Max Downey. Just holding on here, lane 4. This is Oliver Dill. Gets to the wall, 2:26.73. A win, a faster time than this morning. Second was Wellington, third Tordoff. Next up, the B finalists of the 200 metres breaststroke for men.
Take your mark.
Lane 0, Nemanja Markovic. 1 is Zanil Trey Cook. 2, Caleb Carlisle. 3, Michael Lansdowne. 4, Jacob Story. 5, Shane Maskell. 6, Tom Drever. 7, Cameron Carpick. 8, Nicholas Cowan. 9, Sean O'Connor-Close. This is the B final of the 200 metre breaststroke for men. Strong start in lane 1 here. This is Zanil Trey Cook, the visitor in the orange cap, orange and navy. Mount Eden, we saw him earlier, Jacob Story. He won the age group this morning, just 14 years of age, Matt. Beautiful stroke.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, the stroke, interesting to note as well, kind of looking across the pool, an array of different styles and strokes, each fitting the athlete. Some breaststrokers stay a lot lower to the water. Obviously lane 4 popping up way higher and really throwing the hand and the body forward at the front of that stroke. You know, it's one of those things you're seeing a lot in the 200 breaststroke these days. You know, a bit more variety in stroke compared to the shorter distances.
And look at that turn there in lane 6. This is Tom Drever. We were talking about him not doing too many sessions a week, but obviously quality.
Obviously very good, yeah. He loves to get up for a race.
Caleb Carlisle takes it from lane 2. Look at that, Jacob Story in 4. Tom Drever sneaks in for 3rd place, 2:22. Great times on that outside lanes to bring their times down. That was the B final, 200 metres breaststroke, I should say. And there's the result, 2:22 through 2:36 for the B final. Now we welcome our swimmers in the A final for the 200 metres breaststroke for men. Lane 9 from United, Leo Arrowsmith. Lane 0 from North Shore, Harrison Cook. Lane 8 from Tawa, Hara Hughes. Lane 1 from North Shore, Youngsu An Song. 7 from Mount Maunganui, Jack Keeper. 2 from United, Quinton Wong. 6 from United, Jackson Kennard. 3 from Vikings, Lachlan McKenzie. 5 from Neptune, Luan Grobbelaar. 4 from Pukekohe, Josh Gilbert.
Take your mark.
Josh Gilbert, the fastest through the qualifying this morning at 2:10.20. A recent move from Evolution Aquatics Tauranga to Coach Mitch at Pukekohe Swim Club. And certainly looking strong through that first 50, Matt. Just good leg drive and just holding that glide just a little bit longer, getting some real good length off the stroke.
Yeah, looked a little bit long on that touch there, but really holds that front end of his stroke out, really gets those elbows up nice and high, and that kick's really powering him forward. Like I was saying before, you know, it comes up a little bit higher than some of the other breaststrokers, but keeps that momentum and those hips nice and high throughout the whole stroke.
Luan Grobbelaar just staying on his hip at the moment. He's been away in the States training and now back with his team in Neptune in Otago. Been training hard. He's staying in touch. Only 0.5 of a second in it, Matt, at the halfway mark, 101s.
And a great first 100 by both of these guys out there. Really looking to power home the A cut for World Short Course, a 2:06.2. Could we be in reach of that? We don't know. We'll see how this next 75 metres pans out. But as they hit these pull-outs, they're going to start burning a lot more in those legs.
I'm liking where Luan Grobbelaar is right now. He's looking dangerous, got some serious gas in the tank. These two swimmers are going to really have to push it in the final 50. The New Zealand record held by Glen Snyders at 2:06.45. And I'm sure now Josh Gilbert just sensing how close this is, starting to put a bit of pressure on in that second to last 25.
Looks like it's going to be a great last 25 coming out of this pull-out, but it definitely looks like Josh just has the edge. We'll see how they go, but a great pull-out by Luan.
Half a length over Luan Grobbelaar at the moment. Josh Gilbert trying to hold on. I think he's going to have this. He's got it. What a race here amongst our top two very talented breaststrokers. 2:08.27. Half a second back to Luan Grobbelaar for second, and Lachlan McKenzie takes third. One of the fastest 200 breaststrokes we've seen in the country for a wee while, that's for sure. And nice to see these two swimmers pushing each other all the way. G'day Josh, nice to see you again. Congratulations, first win of the champs. Reaction from you?
Pretty happy with it. Good little PB, so can't complain.
PB's where it's at, eh? And you've moved from Tauranga to Puki. with Mitch and the team there. How are you finding that change?
It's amazing, yeah. It's a good group of boys. We all hype each other up, and it's a good environment, and loving it.
Close race there with Luan. Must be great to have two quality 200 breaststrokers there. That was a PB for tonight. I'm sure you got Luan through to 1-2. What else have we got to see with you this week?
There's a lot to come up. Just some good swimming. Yeah.
Relay tonight?
Yep, sure is.
Well, we'll let you get to the warm down, Paul. Congratulations on your first win.
Cheers, Scott. Thanks.
Coming out onto pool deck now. The next of our finals. It is the C final of the women's 200 metres breaststroke.
Take your mark.
.200 breaststroke C final for the women. Lane 0, Ella Drummond. 1, Izzy Parmenta. 2, Maya Adams. 3, Jenna Ralston Larking. 4, Caitlin Cook. 5, Lucy Gordon. 6, Caitlin McKenzie. 7, Maddie Horton. 8, Rihanna Shaw. And 9, Sarah Cummings. And a nice strong start in lane 6 by Caitlin McKenzie of Vikings. Takes them through the 75-metre mark. Good powerful drive forward, that head just plunging back into the water, underwater as she gets to the front of the stroke again. Started strongly, finishing strongly here. Great swim from Caitlin McKenzie. Coming into her final 25 now. North Shore's Caitlin Cook maybe sitting in second at the moment, very close through lanes 2, 3, 4. But it will be Caitlin McKenzie who wins the C final for the women's 200-metre breaststroke. Next up, the B final of the 200 breaststroke for women.
Take your marks.
B final now, lane 0, Olivia Gibson. 1, Jodisha Kirkpatrick. 2, Tori Grout. 3, Dasha Barbina. 4, Mackenzie Breers. 5, Jade Morrison. 6, Kate Hurley. 7, Abby Davidson. 8, Bridie Quayle. And 9, Monique Wierzowski. Jade Morrison from Ngātai Tuatea Taraika leading the way at the moment. The new Wellington club formed earlier this year or late last. 100-metre mark, 1:13.78 they turn. Both Breers and Morrison holding just under 40 for each of their 50s. The all-important third 50 in a 200. Who's going to make the move?
It looks like Jade Morrison holding on well, really powerful through that as the hands go forward into that recovery of that stroke. But Mackenzie's right there, keeping low, keeping strong. It's going to be a strong, great last 50 here going into this, the end of this race.
So many technical aspects to the breaststroke, making sure you've got the flexibility to really turn those feet out and drive the water backwards. Also just catching that water at the front and catching enough water but not having their arms go too wide, too far back to actually hinder your stroke.
Easily the most complex stroke to swim fast.
I'd agree with that. And they come into the final 25 now. The race is on in the middle of the lanes. They look like they're from the same swim club, but they're not. Wellington in 5, Taraika and Pookie in lane 4. Nice strong finish here by Mackenzie Breers. She will win it by 0.3 of a second, 2:35. That's a 4-second improvement, or 3.5. Jade Morrison's also done a huge PB by the looks of it as well, or an improvement from this morning. Well done to those ladies. We now move to the A final of the women's 200-metre breaststroke. In lane 9 from Aquagym, Hannah King. Lane 0 from Phoenix, Jasmine Lyles. Lane 8 from Olympic, Numia Manon Baldovini. 1 from Jazzy, Sarah Mabin. 7 from Porirua City Aquatics, Bronna Ryan. 2 from Pukekohe, Phoebe Harris. 6 from Hamilton Aquatics, Gina McCarthy. 3 from United, Trilly Stance. 5 from Coast, Leah Milner. 4 from TBSS, Lucy McKinnon.
Take your marks.
Phoebe Harris with a nice strong start in lane 2. her specialist event, the 200 breaststroke. First to the wall was Harris, 15.32. McKinnon sitting in second, Milner in third. Milner generally a pretty fast starter. And nothing much in it here, Matt. A 2-second advantage for Lucy McKinnon from the heats, but hey, we're in finals now.
Yeah, as we said earlier today, anything can happen, and it looks like Lucy and Leah Wright out there in the front, closely followed by Phoebe. And again, the array of strokes coming up nice and high out of the water. Some athletes looking for more of a glide through the 200, which is sort of where you see the world going these days. Definitely extending that stroke and putting more emphasis on the power through that kick more than the speed of the hands.
Yeah, it's one of those strokes that you really can't from the side, or if you're not underwater, you can't really see the work that's going on underwater. But one of those where the leg drive makes up probably a good 70% of the power in the stroke. And you can see the glides these swimmers have. The more powerful the kick, the longer, the faster they'll glide at the front.
Absolutely, and as we're kind of going through this race, you see Lucy's definitely maybe adding a little bit more of a stretch, more of a glide to the recovery, or which is mostly stretched out in that stroke, really taking advantage of maybe she's just bringing that kick in as she gets through the race, leaning on those legs a little bit harder, and she's starting to pull away.
She is still starting to pull away. Yep, she takes it with 50 metres to go. She's got an advantage of just under 2 seconds over Leah Milner in lane 5. And that's kind of how they landed this morning with the heat session. Let's see how we go. Bit of a challenge coming now, lane 3. This is Trelise Dance from United. She's going to challenge Leah Milner over there in lane 5. Lucy McKinnon looking very comfortable with 25 metres to go. A body length and a half. But look at this. Here comes Trelise Dance in lane 3. She's taken second position. Leah Milner fighting for bronze at the moment. Lucy McKinnon's going to win this for the women. 200 metre breaststroke. 2:28.77. Trelise Dance takes the silver. Leah Milner the bronze. And we'll catch up with Lucy McKinnon now to hear her reaction from this, her first win at these championships. Hey Lucy, congratulations. You're looking pretty pooped there. You gave it everything, left it all out there. How do you feel?
Oh yeah, thank you. Feels good. I don't know, PB. Haven't done that in a while, so I'm happy.
That must, I remember swimming many years ago, but to get the PB on the first day, it sets you up well, doesn't it? In terms of that race tonight, you had it pretty close amongst the other girls for the first 100, then just started to pull away in that second. Is that sort of third 50 a key 50 for you?
Yeah, I definitely tried to work on bringing it home at the end. So I gave it all I had. Yeah.
Relay to come for you tonight?
No, I'm done.
Oh, that's good. Well, enjoy the warm down and all the best for your races to come.
Thank you so much.
We move now to the next event on the program. It is event 7. We introduce the finalists for the 800 metre freestyle for men, the fastest of them all, the fastest 10. Lane 9 from Wanaka, Benjamin Silipo. Lane 0 from Roskill Swim Club, Alex Stunkley. Lane 8 from United, Chris Jiang. Lane 1 from Romani Swim Club, Alexander Ciccioni. Lane 7 from Aquablades, Daniel Calabolt. Lane 2 from Coast, Jack Potier. 6 from Wharanui, Archie Perium. 3 from Tasman, Oxford Bailey. 5 from Pirates, Joseph Stewart. 4 from North Shore, Louis Clark.
Take your marks.
.32 lengths of the pool here for the fastest 10 of our 800 metre freestyle. 3 timed finals this morning. This is the last of them. And Louis Clark from North Shore going out, just settling into his pace, settling into his rhythm, but got a lovely freestyle stroke. And Matt, you're a middle distance freestyle swimmer, probably starting to move slightly to the shorter distances, but these early stages all important, aren't they?
Yeah, really early on, not really easy to over rev or get overexcited, and you really start to feel that more in that 500 to 600 window. So it's really important knowing your pace, knowing your feel for the water, and I think we're seeing that now with Louis kind of settling into this this second 100 now. That first 50 really set him up nicely, got that rhythm rolling, and I'd expect him to kind of maintain this sort of pace and rhythm for the rest of the race.
He's got the coach and the teammates here on the pool side at the turning end. So probably a few smoke signals and signals happening as the race progresses. But at the moment, it is Louis Clark that leads this 800 metre freestyle, a body length over Joseph Stewart of Pirates. Louis Clark, 21 years old, Joseph Stewart, 20, and then in lane 3, 18-year-old Oxford Bailey. But it's third place at the moment. There is your teammate Archie Perium.
Yeah, represent Wharanui out there. Great club for distance freestyle. But I was just going to make a note before, as we move through this race, especially those guys at the top. Look, I always find it interesting. You look at the speed that guys kind of get their feet around on the wall as a great sign of how they're feeling in the 800. A lot of, personally, my main goal in distance was like, if I could just get those turns fast, that helped me set up my rhythm. As you start to fade, you maybe start to relax a little bit onto those turns, and then you feel that throughout the back end of the race.
It's a good point. Matt Hutchins here joining me in commentary, the Rio Olympian from New Zealand, and some expert comments here from his first-hand experience. But look at this gap opening up now. Just this last 100 to 150, Matt, it seems like Louis has just changed gear. Maybe, they break this 800 into maybe 4 200s. Maybe it was the second 200 he realised to put the foot down.
Yeah, I think the 4 200s is the easiest way to break it up. You're really looking to build into each one of those. That first 200 really sets your rhythm, and then just to kind of keep yourself engaged, you're looking to maybe up your tempo a little bit or up your focus on maybe a kick or a rotation every 200, and that should keep you fairly balanced. But looking at Louis, holding a 29.0 right there on that last 50, so he's keeping it strong, keeping it consistent, and looking really, really good out there.
Disqualification of N6, the A final, lane 7.
So looking at those splits, we want to be holding. Let's have a look at it when he comes back to the turn at the starter's end. not seeing that come up on the screen. Maybe we can see it on the board. We can. 29.54, just under 30 seconds, Matt, for those 50s. We'll keep an eye out there.
And I mean, a 3:49.9 going out is a pretty rapid pace, definitely putting a challenge on that, that 7:38 mark by Zach Reed, but he's going to have to come back fairly even to do that. So, we'll see how he manages this next 200, and if he really starts, power through those last 450s. I think, you see on the world stage now, a lot of guys kind of swim to, 750 metres and it becomes an all-out sprint. So will we see a build into that, or are we just going to see a drop of the hammer with 50 to go on that whistle?
325 metres to go for Louis Clark. Well over the halfway mark now.
And, going back to it, the turns are starting to look a little bit sharper. I think as he's obviously got a race plan in his mind that from halfway needs to start picking it up, kind of heading downhill a little bit now. You might even see him look up and check those counters if he's lost count a little bit.
Consistent at that 29 late, 300 metres to swim for Louis Clark. Joseph Stewart slipping back into 31.2, 31.5, so about 1.2 seconds advantage over each 50 here, but it will be all about these splits.
Yeah, and he's starting to drift up to those 29.8s. Would really want to bring those back down to 29.5, but definitely on track for a PB at this rate if he can keep those under 30 and they don't start ticking up too high.
Hometown advantage here for Louis Clark. His training pool, Andy Mack, his coach on the sideline, giving it heaps. Just starting to look up and get a bit of a glimpse of how many laps to go.
And nothing makes you feel better when you look up and you see single digits for the first time. It's a nice feeling, especially if you're not great at counting and you look up and you see that, you're like, all right, we are.
I can't say I've ever experienced that, Matt, but I'm sure it's a good feeling. Away we go. This is 200 metres to go for Louis Clark. Second, Joseph Stewart. Third at the moment. Let's have a look. Third is lane 6 or 7. This is Archie Perham or Daniel Calabot. Louis Clark just creeping over that 30-second mark now. I want to try and get him back under that 30.
And you can see he's obviously trying to up the tempo, not quite hanging the hands out in front of the stroke as long as he was earlier in the race, trying to up that rate, get the shoulders rolling through the back end of this race, and I'm sure we'll see those legs power through over the next 50 metres or so.
5 lengths to go for Louis Clark. Racing out on his own at the moment, he's all on his own. Starting to lap a couple of the swimmers now, which is not so hard on a 25-metre pool at this pace. 100 to go. And as you say, Matt, the kick just starting to come up to a 4-beat kick now.
Yeah, definitely the home stretch here. The club mates are trying to wave him through those splits, slipping just back up over 30 seconds. Would really want to be, powering home here as he's going to get this whistle or the bell, on this last turn. So definitely look to maybe that kick to really get that white water up behind him.
Liking Daniel Calabot's position, 16-year-old in lane 7, just maybe a bronze here for him, and the 15-year-old Jack Potier here in lane 2. Now the final lap for Louis Clark. He comes back.
As he brings in that powerful kick, really ups that tempo, gets that arm rate going.
And a 7:49.54 underneath his entry time. Second's going to go to Joseph Stewart of Pirates. And Daniel Calabot. And lane 6, Archie Perham, as well as Alexander Ciccione. Yeah, the race on for the bronze. Daniel Calabot, the 16-year-old, can he get there? No, it'll be Archie Perham from Wharanui that makes it to the podium. And an exciting swims here from all of our swimmers. And looking at the green times on the board, looks like 8 of them have done a PB or faster than their entry time, which is a great job. We'll catch a word with Louis Clark. the winner shortly. Not much time for a breather. Louis Clark here, the winner of the men's 800 metres freestyle. Louis, not seeing that massive smile on the face. Good performance, but just off that qualifying.
Yeah, it is. It's still good PB, so never be disappointed with that. But yeah, would like to go a little bit faster, but hey, can't win every time.
You had good support from the North Shore team just down alongside us there. Did you see them sort of cheering you on as the race progressed?
Oh yeah, they were great. Yeah. Such a good team there in North Shore. Just got such good training environment, and yeah, all good mates. So it's great.
In terms of those splits and sort of the race plan going out, was that sort of firmly in your mind in terms of hitting sort of numbers as you went through?
Yeah, it was, but that's what you see with the teammates when they're going like this. So they want me to go faster. So yeah, I was a bit behind at the start, I think, because they kept doing that. So yeah.
Other opportunities for you this week for qualification, what are we looking forward to?
The 400, hopefully, so that should be good. Yeah, a little bit of a sprint compared to that. Yeah.
Good on you. Relay to come. We'll let you get to the warm-down pool. Well done.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Next up, we welcome the swimmers in the 1500 metre freestyle for women, the second of the time finals. In lane 9 from Howard Pakaranga, Olivia Sweetman. 0 from Jazzy, Abby Smale. 8 from Dargaville, Amelia Finer. 1 from St Peters, Milana Tapper. 7 from Hamilton, Sophie Hay. 2 from Liz Van Welly, Sarah Cummings. 6 from Vikings, Brooke Bennett. 3 from Jazzy, Hannah Abdo. 5 from Neptune, Ruby Heath. 4 from Neptune, Caitlin Deans.
Take your marks.
Away we go into 60 laps of this 25 metre pool here at the National Aquatic Centre for the women's 1500 metre freestyle second time final, the fastest 10 women. And Matt, the two in the middle of the field, swimming for a club renowned for its long distance swimmers, Neptune. That's Ruby Heath and Caitlin Deans.
Yeah, I kind of run with the theory that in Dunedin it's really cold, so you're spending more time in the pool. So you kind of just turn yourself into a bit of a distance swimmer because it's a little bit warmer. But obviously, Caitlin has a great time coming in. Looking to make a shot at that FINA A Cup for World Short Course. So we'll see, towards the end of this race if she's on that time or not.
So we've got a time of 16:15.27. Now, Caitlin swam the 1500 metres at the World Championships Budapest earlier this year, looking to post a fast time at this championships. And already starting to exert her mark on this field early.
And looking really good, keeping a nice solid kick, you know, the arm, not relaxing too much on those arm strokes, so keeping that intensity right there. You know, you really want to set that rhythm early. I think, you know, it's important to, you know, distance swimming is largely about rhythm. You know, you can't really just go out and force it through. You've got to find that zone that's comfortable for you, and that zone that you've spent in training, just, you know, logging hundreds for time over and over again, just practicing how fast and relaxed you want to swim.
And there really are no shortcuts in the 1500 metre freestyle, are there, Matt? I mean, you're going to be found out in the race if you haven't put the work in. And you know, I take my hat off to these swimmers who have to put in the extra miles, probably the extra sessions to get themselves to the very top.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, taper's never quite as fun as a distance swimmer, you know, coming into meets. You know, you spend time as a distance swimmer, you see the sprinters of the team doing a lot of other stuff, and then your session always ends up, you know, about a kilometre more of aerobic stuff, but it's, you know, that's relaxing to you. So, you know, you do it the hard way, but it pays off when you are here on this big stage. And, you know, we'll see that in about 1,200 metres, I guess.
Going through the 250 metre mark, 2:38.45, just holding that 32:33. Let's try and remember that, because we've almost got into that rhythm now. That's probably where she'll sit, around about 32.5. She's done enough laps now to settle in. And as we've heard in many previous events, Matt, it's about breaking this very long event into parts, and generally it is 3 500s is what typically these distance swimmers like to do. Kind of mentally allows them to concentrate on one section at a time.
Yeah, and I think, you know, obviously every swimmer has their own thing. You know, I used to try to break it down a little bit more than 500s because I was terrible at counting. So, you know, you definitely maybe, you know, the 6 250s, and, you know, maybe keeps you in zone a little bit. But, you know, yeah, like you said, you're trying to find a section that you can build in and find you most comfortable. But, you know, as we were saying for Louis before, the end of the race is really, you know, you kind of discount that last 100. That's just a sprint anyway, so.
That's right. And Ruby Heath sitting in second. Ruby moved from Wellington down to Dunedin a year or two ago, and that's done her well. She we enjoyed catching up with her. She works at the Moana pool there part-time. God, she must spend a lot of time in that pool just thinking about that anyway, but that's nice and handy for her. But she's done a great job in the open water, Ruby Heath as well. Matt, winning the 10K New Zealand Open Water Champs earlier this year in Taupo, and really wanting to make her mark in open water. But obviously the 1500 metres for open water swimmers is very, very important for their part of their qualification.
Yeah, and I think you see a lot of people on the world stage. You know, they'll swim at the end of the meet. You know, swim the 1500s, the 800s, and then you'll see them a week later, and that's 5 and 10K. And, you know, I guess to them this is a bit more of a sprint. You know, going from 10K, but I imagine there's, you know, the groundwork is largely the same. But you've still got to have that ability to get up and go, you know, in that open water. You've still got to be able to sprint that last 200, 300 metres, so that pull racing really comes in handy.
Sophie Hay just sitting on the feet of Ruby Heath at the moment from Vikings. In fact, it's Brooke Bennett, I should say, apologies. Brooke Bennett, the 15-year-old from Vikings, so she's doing well. A young swimmer in the distance world, really. And Hannah Abdu, the 15-year-old in lane 3 as well. Some quite young swimmers in here, just good on them for getting into the final here, the national final of the 1500 freestyle. And looking at the lap counter now, 40 lengths to go. No, I should say 39 lengths to go for Caitlin Deans. So we're coming up to the 550 metre mark.
Yeah, and she's not going much above those 32 threes.
31.84 there, Matt. She's brought that down. So let's see if she can hold under 32.
Yeah, so maybe, you know, around that 20 to 22 length mark, maybe that's, you know, her race plan. She goes, okay, time to check back in. Where's my rhythm? Where's my kick? And you maybe see that, you know, with a half a second drop in that 50 split from going, you know, 32 threes, 32 twos for a large section of this race, and back to 32 threes. So she just settled back in.
You do wonder how much work goes into the skills in this event. You know, nailing that tumble turn, making sure that you're right distance from the wall, getting maximum propulsion off the wall. I can see Caitlin there. Nice work off the wall there. She is breathing off the first stroke, but you'd have to expect in a distance. They're not sprinters. They're not trying to preserve that oxygen that much, I guess. They need to make sure there's enough going in.
Yeah, and I think it's a really interesting point. You know, obviously the breathing, you know, that's more of a comfort thing, but, you know, with distance, you know, those turns are still really important. I mean, you've got 60 lengths, you've got 59 turns in there. You know, if you can pick up 0.1 of a second in each one of those, there's already 6 seconds without swimming any faster. So, you know, it's those little things that add up more and more over distance, and, you know, it's, you know, you spend more time in the water. So, you know, it's just nailing those every time that, you know, at this point it's all muscle memory.
Absolutely, and I'm sure the coaches will be watching out for that sort of thing. You know, maybe a big stick at the end of the pool for the ones that are a bit slow, but a bit soft turns there. But back to the racing, Caitlin Dean, she's gone through. Where are we at? We're at 725 metres, coming up to 750, coming up to the halfway mark now. Let's have a look at her time through the halfway. Likely around 8 minutes on the dot, so look, that's quite encouraging really when we're trying to get down to 16:15. An 8 minute 0.94 800, 750 I should say, and so if we can do that again and some, we might be close.
And still maintaining those mid-32 splits, so she's really in that rhythm. So, I mean, if she keeps us going for the next 750 metres, and as I've said, you know, that last sprint, you can always account for at least a second drop-off there.
Ruby Heath still sitting in second. Brooke Bennett in third, equal with Hannah Abdu. The 15-year-olds in lane 3 and 6. And then back to lane 7. This is Sophie Hay of Hamilton. Then it is lane 1, Milana Tapper. Travelled through an 8:33 through the 800, the A qualifying mark for the 800, 8:29. So actually only 4 seconds off the 800 in the middle of a 1500. That's really, really good. Good pacing from Caitlin Deans.
Certainly something to look out for in the end of the week, and you know, as she pulls up on these girls here, yeah, important to note, as I mentioned in the last race, you know, the speed of the turns, the speed that Caitlin's getting her feet around, she looks in control at halfway, which is really important. You know, it's very easy to let your mind drift and get away from it here. So clearly focused, clearly making sure she's, you know, getting those small things right, and that'll help her in this back end of this race.
Look, I'm really encouraged by this. I think you don't see too many Neptune swimmers die in the final stages. It's not something that I'm used to seeing. And so I think, you know, get out fast, try and hold that speed. 32.49 in that latest 50. She's really consistent in her splits, which is a really good thing.
Yeah, I don't think there's been a split much above 32.5 and not much below 31.8. So, you know, it's a very, very tight range of 50s there. Really, really good swim, you know, looking at it. It'll be interesting to see what this back half of this race is and if she can challenge that 16.01 time that she's got there in the program.
The other thing that's pretty impressive is the rating here. I mean, you look at the other swimmers, there's just quite a difference in Caitlin's rating. Strokes per length, strokes per minute, it'd be interesting to see the stats, but certainly visibly looks a lot quicker than the rest of the swimmers, which really comes down to the endurance and strength in the arms and catching that water.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you definitely see some swimmers out there really try to hang those hands out, really focus on that catch and pull through the distance races, you know, really focus on that power through the back. But she's really got a high rating, you know, tempo over power, I guess. And, you know, if you were to compare it to running, it's like marathon runners take a lot more steps than a sprinter. So, you know, it's definitely a distance event thing, as she has a look to see how many laps she's got left just there.
Coming up to the 1100 metre mark now, Caitlin Deans, 400 to go at the end of this length. You wonder if she senses whether she's on target or not. 11:47.87 with 400 metres left to go. We need a 4:28, I think, Matt, if my calculations are correct, to get under this A time.
Well, you're much better at math on the fly than I am, so I'm probably not going to be much.
Not always. But let's see. 4:28, what are we doing? 105 hundreds. We should be looking at about a 4:20.
Absolutely.
4:21, 4:22, maybe a bit faster in the final 50s. Gary Francis nodding his head, he's agreeing with me, that's good.
And she's back to a 32.4 there, keeping right on track with those 10500s that you were talking about. A fantastic swim, really. I think the consistency we're seeing here is spot on.
The New Zealand record held by Lauren Boyle at 15:22. Boy, oh boy, that is quick. The New Zealand record at 18 held by Caitlin Deans herself at 16:25.
And I think I may be wrong, but I do believe at some point that Lauren Boyle time may have been a world record, but don't quote me on that.
Yes,
so
you're
that
right.
would be why it's
It was
quite
done
quick.
in Wellington. I remember that one. Absolute blinder. Caitlin Deans in the middle of the pool, in control, and really managing this race so well. 32.24. .250 metres to swim for Caitlin Deans, 10 lengths to the pool. Looking back on the field, it is Ruby Heath in second, 13:37 at the 1200 metre mark. She's got 300 to go. Third at the moment is Brooke Bennett. Hannah Abdo is in fourth. 32.78, just creeping up a little bit now. Maybe saving that run for the last 100. .175 metres to go.
Really impressive as she powers through here as well. The fact that she's keeping her underwater is pretty consistent this whole way. There's a lot of turns to be able to take in, 2 kicks off the wall, getting right out to those flags every single time. Again, just showing the amount of control she's in as she brings that back down to a 32.4, where she's really been sitting this whole race.
Her body position, Matt, is just perfect. She's sitting nice and high in the water and really hasn't changed the whole time. She's got that nice strong kick, and we talked about that last time, is this trend of distance swimmers hitting that sort of 4-beat, almost near 6-beat kick the whole way, which takes some real training.
And I think especially it's been a real change you've seen, especially in the women's distance events in the last couple of years with the likes of Katie Ledecky and Ariane Titmus over in Australia, really changing the way these events are swum. We're really starting to see that filter out throughout the world.
75 metres to swim for Caitlin Deans of Neptune and Otago, making her club proud, her region proud, known for some amazing swimmers over the years. That last split was 32.46. She's going to go probably a sub 32 for the final 50, I'm sure.
Looks like we'll be getting an A cut here. hopefully the faster the better, looking around at those...
Well underneath this qualifying mark of 16:15. Caitlin Deans will finish 16:05.52 with 10 seconds to spare. Gave it absolutely everything you got. What a class act. And Ruby Heath will have another 60 metres to swim. And Ruby Heath, 17:07, her time. And she's actually increased her margin over third place, but Brooke Bennett, look at her, she's been consistent the whole way through. Hannah Abdo just falling back a little bit now. But here comes Ruby Heath to finish in the silver medal position. And a good time for her too, 17:03, 4 seconds under. And Brooke Bennett, 17:06 there, 5 seconds under her PB as well. Lane 2, we have Sarah Cummings of Liz Van Welly. Lane 0, this is Abby Smale of Chazzy. Lane 9, Amelia Finer from Dargaville and Olivia Sweetman from Howick Pakaranga in lane 9, 8 and 9. Well done to all of our ladies across the 1500 metre freestyle. And we'll catch a word with Caitlin Deans, our newest qualifier. Hitting the qualifying mark, the A qualifier for the World Short Course Swimming Championships in Melbourne in December. Here with Caitlin Deans, the winner of the women's 1500 metre freestyle. Congratulations, Caitlin, a qualifying mark for the World Champs, a win, the National Championships. You must be happy?
Yeah, absolutely right with that.
That was so consistent. We were watching, we were alongside Gary there, and he was noting down furiously your times, but so consistent across the 50s and the 100s. Is that something you've clearly worked on to really understand your speed and your rating?
Yeah, I mean, we train pace work all the time, so you get a pretty good feel for what paces feel like, but yeah.
16:05, you've got a 16:01, so just off your PB tonight?
No, that's a converted, so it's actually a 15-second PB, so really right with that.
Wow, well 10 seconds under that qualifying mark, you must be really happy. How was your experiences at the World Champs earlier this year?
It was absolutely amazing, and yeah, indescribable experiences, especially that relay final. And yeah, I took so many learnings away from it, so.
So 4 or 5 months to go till that World Short Course Champs. That's really something to look forward to, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So excited to get that time ticked off, first event, and yeah.
Good on you. Caitlin Deans, ladies and gentlemen, give her a round of applause. Next up, the relays. And we start with, there are 3 timed finals. It's event number 9, the 4x100 metre freestyle relay for men. And we've got a couple of swimmers here to watch out for. Former and current New Zealand record holder and age group record holder Daniel Bell in lane 3. And in lane 5 is Cameron Stanley for Wanaka.
Take your marks.
So the 4x100 metre freestyle relay, it is Christopher Ilson in for QE2 Swim Club A in 3. Swim Rotorua A in 4, Dion Wright kicks off. And lane 5, Wanaka Swim Club A with Benjamin Silipo, the first swimmer in their team. Now watch out for Daniel Bell in lane 3.
Getting some nice clean water here from Chris Elsom, who's a fantastic 150 guy. So really putting QE2 in a good spot here early on. Keep an eye on his time, I guess, to set the tone for later in the week for those 100 freestyle guys.
Absolutely. Daniel Bell winding up on the blocks at the moment. It's like riding a bike, we told him. He's never going to forget. Let's see what he's got. Away we go. Still got that underwaters. Look at him, away he goes. Daniel Bell leading this QE2 Swim Club A team through this time final number 1. James Baldwin in lane 4 for Rotorua. Cameron Stanley, the 35-year-old, in lane 5 for Wanaka.
Plenty of wisdom in the pool, as they say, I guess.
Certainly wisdom. Let's see how Daniel fares in the final 25. That's when it all becomes known, whether that's 1 session or 0 per week. I think he's done very well indeed. Bailey Perriam is in the water at the moment for QE2.
23.7 out on that split, looking really good, really strong going through this third, 25 into this turn. I think you'll see a lot of guys in these races say that third 25, the kick and the arm stroke really powers up, and you just try to hold on and keep that momentum into this fourth 25.
Satori Dobby is away now for QE2. Leonard Rankin is ready for Rotorua. William Shurink for Wanaka in 5. This is the second of the time final 4x100 metre freestyle men's relay.
Take your mark.
Lane 6, this is Jackson Close. No, it's not, it's Louis Bell. Louis Bell goes through 53.89.
Great change over there from lane 4. Was that Sam Kilduff putting his team in a great spot, really powering back to take them from second to first on that leg. And it looks like they're going to extend that here in the opening part of leg number 3.
Ngātai Tuatia Taraika A in lane 4. This is Luke Kugelheim in the water. In lane 5, Jordan Astley from Aquagym. And lane 6, chasing hard, Ethan Blair from North Canterbury. Good furious rating here from Luke Kugelheim. Now into the water, this is Shane Maskell.
And Zach Baker from Aquagym, we're looking to close that gap, but it looks like Shane Maskell's really holding on strong. Really good first 50 there by him.
24.98 through the first 50. Next up, the fastest of the 3-time finals of the men's 4x100 metre freestyle relay. In lane 9, Jazzy Swim Club A. Lane 0, United Swimming Club A. Eight from Pirates, it's the A team. 1, St Paul's Swim Club A. 7, Capital Swim Club A. 2, Pukekohe Swim Club B team. 6, Wharanui Swim Club A. 3, North Shore Swim Club A. 5, Coast Swimming Club A. 4, Pukekohe Swim Club A.
Take your mark.
Leading off, Michael Pickett in lane 4 for Pukekohe, based out of Australia.
A couple of New Zealand's real top end 100 freestyle guys there with him and Cameron Gray, looking at each other as they come down the pool. A lot of speed right there.
Gray and Pickett lanes 3 and 4 to lead off North Shore and Pukekohe.
And Cameron Gray just getting a great catch on that stroke. You really see him as that right arm comes through the water, just gaining ground on the rest of them. It's impressive to see. Such a powerful stroke.
48-3, 48-6 for Gray and Pickett. It's the Pukekohe North Shore show at the moment through the second 100. This is Carter Swift, the New Zealand record holder for the 100 freestyle long course he got at the World Championships. And you can see why. Look at the power in the stroke. Wow.
An impressive kick, really flowing over into North Shore's lane yet. It's tough to see, but you know, that's an incredibly powerful stroke there from Carter Swift.
The nice limp, just pulling, lurching forward with that left arm. And let's have a look at the split. 24.53 for the second 50. That would have been a quick one. That's Pukekohe well out in front at the moment. Zach Dell takes it for Pukekohe. Now it is Coast Swimming Club moving into the second place with Wilrick Kutsia.
And just a note there, Carter Swift just split a 47 on that 100 freestyle, so incredible speed there on that second leg.
Cooper Morley in for North Shore. Morley takes them through to second again. This is a lead that's going to struggle to haul in, I think. Zach Dell, Pukekohe are a powerhouse. Josh Gilbert, the breaststroker. What can he do with freestyle?
Well, he's just got to hold on at this rate. He's got a good lead going into this last 100. 4 lengths as fast as he can, holding off 2 strong teams over there in lane 3 from North Shore and lane 5 from Coast.
The New Zealand record held at 3:13.50 back in 2009. We're going to have to see something special out of Josh Gilbert in this final 100. 3:13.50. It's got to be close with a 48 and a 47 on board. He's got 13 seconds to get home to get the New Zealand record. Josh Gilbert, can he get there? 3:13.50. He comes in. It's going to be close. He's just outside, but a win for Pukekohe. Second will go to North Shore. Third to Coast Swimming Club. And a great win for Pukekohe. We'll get a word with the Pukekohe team, get some reaction off them. First relay, they've claimed the victory. Well done here with the Pukekohe team here. Interesting 4x100 free, but we've got a backstroker, a breaststroker and 2 sprint freestylers, but boy oh boy, you guys blew them away. Michael, how did that one go down?
Yeah, pretty proud of the boys for this one.
you know, we've been trying to work on our relays the last, obviously, year or so. Having Gilbert's a good addition to the team, and unfortunately Andrew couldn't be here tonight, but, you know, we end up getting that record one day.
Wasn't far off, 3:13.50, just 0.5 of a second outside. Well done, guys. One of the fastest 4x1s we've seen in a while. Congratulations.
Cheers, thank you.
Moving now to the women's 4x100 metre freestyle relay. There are 2 time finals, and this is time final number 1.
Take your marks. Stand down, swimmers. Take your marks.
Lane 0, Swim Rotorua A, 1 Liz Van Willie Aquatics A, 2 St Paul's Swimming Club A, 3 Pirates Swim Team A, 4 Hawick Pakaranga A, 5 Neptune B, 6 Tawa A, 7 Wharanui A, 8 Tasman A, and 9 Aquagym A. Nice work by our first of the time finals of the women's 4x100 metre freestyle. Next up, we introduce you to the second of our time finals in a few moments. In lane 9 is the Ngātai Tuatea Ataraika A team. Lane 0, Aquablades A. 8, Pukekohe A. Lane 1, North Shore A. 7, Jazzy A. 2, United Swimming A. 6, Hamilton Aquatics A. 3, Neptune A. 5, St Peter's Swimming Club A. 4, Coast Swimming Club A.
Take your march.
Away we go. Let's look at the lineup. Zoe Pedersen from Coast. She's the 15-year-old. She's doing great things and done very well for a young swimmer. And a good start here by Savannah Eve Martin and Eva Allen, lane 2. Pretty even across the field. Ruby Heath in 3. Milana Tapper in 5. Gina McCarthy in 6. And look at that out in lane 9, Brooke Miles.
Yeah, lane 9 and lane 2 really taking it to the field. You know, sticking with that theme for tonight, I guess. But we'll see how this holds up. Looks like lane 3 and lane 5, Neptune and St. Peter's powering through this back last 50. And it's going to balance out a little bit going into this first changeover. And it still looks like lane 9 holding on out there. Annie Genkova looking strong, but United and Neptune over here on this side of the pool really holding it together. Strong turns coming into this halfway point in the race, really looking for maybe the Coasts and the St. Peter's to back end this relay a little bit. But right now, it's hard to look past the team from Wellington out in lane 9.
Sophie Irving coming into the water for Ngātai Tuatea. And sitting in second at the moment, this is Neptune's Eva Bulkowski. Hot on her heels is Alexander Campion, who's had a great event so far, a couple of silvers for her. And this could get quite interesting for the final 100. Starting to lock up at the front now. 2, 3, 9.
It looks like we almost got some swimmers caught over there in lane 9. The speed of the team out there. It's incredible to see they're holding on just, but it looks like United in lane 2 holding on. Alexandra Campion really powering through this 100. It looks like she's potentially going to put her team in front going into this last 100.
Hannah Piper, the last swimmer in lane 2. Caitlin Deans, fresh off her 1,500 metres in 3. Taylor Miles, the sister act in 1 and 4 for Ngātai Tuatea.
And we just spent that whole distance event talking up Neptune and their distance swimming, but here's Caitlin Dean showing that range. A lot more kick, a lot faster arm rate than we saw for the last 16 minutes, but she's looking good, looking strong, great turn there.
Bringing it home for her team, Caitlin Deans. Can she win this 4x100 for Neptune? Turns in 27.29. Opening it up now, body length lead over United.
Really holding it together, feeling those legs for sure after that whole 1500 she swam roughly half an hour ago.
Promising results here for Caitlin Deans on day one. A PB, as she said, by 10 seconds in the 1500. She'll win it for her team for Neptune. United gets there for the silver. Ngatai Tuatia get there for the bronze. And the Neptune team stoked with that win. And we'll catch a word with the Neptune team very, very shortly. That concludes the racing for tonight's session. Please put your hands together and thank our technical officials as they leave the pool deck. Great job by Neptune here, winning the first of the relays. Known for your distance swimming from these two, but bringing it through in the sprinting. Ruby, I'm going to put it to you. How was that? What does that feel like to win the first one of the relay?
Oh, it's always good to do it as a team, and after a 1500 you can't ask for much more.
Now, how much warm down did you two get between that and this?
I think I got about 800 metres.
Certainly didn't look like it, Caitlin. You did a great job anchoring that one. Round of applause for Neptune, ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the 4x100 metre freestyle relay for women. We'll be straight into the medal ceremonies. If you have won a medal this evening, make sure you are jumping into your tracksuits, getting yourself ready to go for the medal ceremony. And to those people watching on our YouTube channel, hope you've enjoyed the action. Medal ceremonies to come to recognise, and if you have tuned in, thank you for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the action. Day one of 5 here at the Apollo Projects New Zealand Short Course Swimming Championships. I want to thank Matt Hutchins for joining me in commentary. He'll be doing his best to prepare himself for tomorrow morning's 200 metre freestyle heats, won't you, Matt?
Yeah, well, I'll be doing the best I can. At this point, the preparation's been done, so get home, get a good sleep, and I'll have you hopefully talking me up tomorrow morning.
Yeah, well, he's had a couple of bits of pizza tonight. That'll keep him going, and look forward to cheering you on tomorrow, Matt. Thanks for joining me tonight.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
We're going to start with the men's 100 metre individual medley medals. Oh, that'll take place tomorrow night. So the men's 100 metre individual medley medals, medal ceremony will take place tomorrow night. The results are not in yet. So we'll be back.
Apollo Projects is New Zealand's trusted specialist for the design and construction of sports, aquatics and education centres, and is proud to be the principal sponsor of Swimming New Zealand.
Bronze medalist in 2:13.59 from Vikings, Lachlan McKenzie. Silver medal, 2:08.66 from Neptune Swim Club, Luan Grobela. And winning the gold medal in 2:08.27 from Pukekohe, Josh Gilbert. Medals presented by Yvette O'Day from Merthyr Pools. And our medal sponsor, All Proof Industries. Next one, event 6, 200 metre breaststroke for women. Bronze medal 2:32.57 from Coast, Leah Milner. Silver 2:30.93 from United, Trilly Stance. And winning the gold medal in 2:28.77 from TBSS, Lucy McKinnon. Well done, Lucy. We'll get that to you afterwards. No, she's making a dash for it. Just a reminder to our swimmers to make sure you are ready for our medal ceremonies. Moving now to event 7, the 800 metre freestyle for 13-year-old boys. Bronze 9:24.47 from United, Bradley Searle. Silver medalist 9:20.66 from Capital, Jaden Dickerson. And winning in 9:04.87 from Whanganui, Soren Wells. Moving to the 14-year-old boys now. Bronze 8:42.79 from North Canterbury, Jackson Close. Second in 8:40.68 from Roskell, Ethan Stocks. And winning in 8:36.72 from Jazzy, Hamish Giddens. "15-year-old boys, third place, 8:44.58 from Mount Maunganui, Braith Swanberg. Second, 8:42.84 from Phoenix, Charles Heathcote. And winning in 8:30.30 from Coast, Jack Potier. Next up, 16-year-old boys. Third place, 8:40.06 from Ngātai Tuatea, Ben Kugelheim. Second, 8:36.77 from United, James Crosby. Winning in 8:25 flat from Aquablades, Daniel Calabolt. "17, 18-year-old age group. Third, 8:30.21 from Tasman, Oxford Bailey. Second, 8:29.78 from Roskell, Alex Dunkley. Winning in 8:25.16 from Raumati Swim Club, Alexander Ciccioni. Event 7, 800 metre freestyle men, the open final. Third, 8:24.97 from Whanganui, Archie Perriam. Second, 8:13.42 from Pirates, Joseph Stewart. And winning in 7:49.54 from North Shore, Louis Clark. Moving to the event 8, 1500 metre freestyle 14-year-old girls. Third place, 18:15.74 from St Paul's, Nina DaCosta. Second, 17:58.69 from Howard Pakaranga, Mei Reynolds. Winning in 17:27.48 from Hamilton Aquatics, Olivia Emmett. Fifteen-year-old girls, third place, 17:18.40 from Jazzy Hannah Abdu. Second, 17:11.25, Sophie Hay. And winning, Brooke Bennett, 17:06.8 from Vikings. Sixteen-year-old girls, third, 17:49.90 from Coast, Lena Hamblin-O. Second, 17:42.68 from Howard Pakaranga, Olivia Sweetman. And winning, Milana Tapper from St Peter's, 17:15.91. Eighteen-year-old age group. Second, 17:44.93 from Dargaville, Amelia Finer. And winning the gold in 17:37.70 from Liz Van Welle, Sarah Cummings. (1500-metre freestyle women open final, third place, 17:06.8, Vikings, Brooke Bennett. Second, 17:03.73 from Neptune, Ruby Heath. And winning the gold in 16:05 in a world short course qualifying mark from Neptune, Caitlin Deans. Moving to the relays now, the 4x100 metre freestyle men's relay, third place, Coast Swimming Club A team. Second, North Shore A, and winning, Pukekohe Swimming Club A. Well done to the lads, 4x100 metre freestyle relay, the final ceremony tonight. Event 10, the 4x100 metre freestyle relay for women. Third place, Ngātai Tuatea Atara Ika A. Second, United Swim Club A, 3:52.62. See you guys. And winning, Neptune Swim Club A, 3:49.80. That concludes the medal ceremony and tonight's racing. Thank you. Thank you to everyone that has been a part of tonight's session. Highlights Asher Smith-Franklin's another New Zealand record, David Beck also having fantastic performances, and to finish off, Caitlin Deans tonight in the 1500 metre freestyle, the first of hopefully many qualifying for the World Short Course Swimming Championships later in the year. Been a joy bringing you the coverage. Scott Rice and Matt Hutchins this evening. You can join us tomorrow for day 2, session 3, the second of the heats, tomorrow from 8:30 a.m. Thanks for joining us.